Yo, welcome back to Kai Speaks, bro. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on these videos, bro. It's been real life changing, bro. Like, really being able to do this freely and have the confidence to do this is really all because of y'all. I'm trying out something new. I'm trying to put my mic right here so I can really get engaged with y'all. I feel like I talk better when I have these hand movements and I'm able to move freely. I'm not, having to hold the mic or whatever it is. But, bro, today, first of all, I'm having an amazing week. I'm having an amazing month so far. It's been amazing. All in all, this whole year has been amazing. I've been blessed, waking up every single day, being able to, go to my grind, work out, and just get to it, right? Like being able to do what I love every single day and just push, work hard, and accomplish new things every single day, bro. Like that's one of the biggest things that I love about being an entrepreneur. There is no cap to my greatness, right? Like I could make 100,000 one day, I can make the mill the next, right? Like being able to be an entrepreneur and just be able to make anything possible, right? Like no matter what, there's no limitations to this, right? Like there's no field, there's no script, there's no nothing to this. This is straight every day something new, right? And that's what I love about being an entrepreneur. One of the things I really wanted to talk to y'all about today, bro, is just that being an entrepreneur, for one, is not for everybody, bro. I want to say this to y'all I want to put this in perspective. Let's say I'm a person that, doesn't really enjoy going to work every single day, but it's something that I can get through and it's something that I'm willing to work past because the money is decent. I feel like if you can do that, then you have that passion, you have that skill to work that job, right? To work in that career field. But for me, I never had that field. I never had that craft, honestly. When I was struggling to wake up to go to work every single day, I knew it wasn't because of me just being lazy. I knew it was because of this is something I'm doing that I don't love. This is something that I'm not waking up passionate about every single day. And it was to a point where the money wasn't worth it, right? Like I was starting to get depressed. I was starting to really get in my own head about what I'm doing in life, right? And that's when I flipped that switch of, becoming a regular person to an entrepreneur. That's when I realized that there was more in this life for me, right? And I feel like a lot of people are going to take that for granted. A lot of people aren't going to realize that, there's a difference between being lazy and that just not being for you, right? That not being your calling. And I think in a lot of cases, people try to, persuade others that just keep going at that job field or whatever it is because it's guaranteed money, this and that, it's a check, whatever it is, right? But my thing is, if you don't love what you do, then it's slowly going to start to drain you every single day you go to work, right? And one of the biggest things for me that set myself free of that cage and of that trap was putting in that hard work. I took a different type of risk, right? Like I put in work in a different type of craft. I didn't put in work hours studying school and stuff like this and how to become a doctor, whatever it is. I studied entrepreneurship. I studied taxes. I studied, what it's like to be a top earner. I studied things like this to become successful. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted something different for myself. I wanted a life that I could live, that I could be happy with, and that I could really enjoy and be able to do what I want. One of the biggest things that I was actually talking to myself about, because as an entrepreneur, if you talk to yourself more than you talk to anybody, right? But one of the things I was talking to myself about on the way over here is that it's all about picking your struggle, right? Like a lot of people want to struggle, working 40 hours a week, complaining about going to work, but it's a decent check, right? My struggle was waking up every single day doing the same thing, not seeing any progress for years, right? Not being able to see anything from it. That's one of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur, right? And I think that a lot of people don't understand that. They think that, being an entrepreneur is being easy or the easy way out. But if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? And a lot of people always talk about the risk of being an entrepreneur. Of course, there's risk. There's risk in doing anything, right? I think one of the biggest things is that a lot of people don't think about what risk they take on a daily basis and how minimal that is compared to the risk you take on an everyday basis, right? Like how minimal just starting up a brand, starting up a business of yourself, starting up a clothing brand, starting up a YouTube channel actually is compared to waking up and getting out of your bed. You have a chance of dying. God could take you at any time, right? And you're worried about losing money. You're worried about not that brand not succeeding. You're worried about that business venture not succeeding, right? And my biggest question is why, right? Like, why are you not really willing to risk an idea? but you know, you're willing to get out of bed, go to work every single day, and it could be your last. There's a lot of things in this world that can happen. You could be taken from this world at any point in time, and you know that's your actual life, and yet you're scared to take a risk to that could potentially better your life than what you are now, right? And this actually can go for people that go into the medical field. And I'm speaking on this story because I seen it firsthand from my sister, and I the reason why I give her so much props is because she did something risky. She did something that a lot of people wouldn't do. A lot of people would just settle for the easier job. She was done with her old job and wanted to go into a new craft, wanted to go into a new field of nursing, right? And you know, the job she had at first, she could have easily just worked her way up, probably got a decent raise from it, just going in that ranking, right? Just working there, right? But it's not something she loved to do. What she wanted to do was nurse, and that's what she went after. And you know what? She took that risk, went back to college, got that degree, became a nurse, bro, passed the NCLEX or whatever it's called, and she became a nurse, bro. Like I seen it firsthand. Somebody take risk and how it changed their life for the better. Now I see her every day. I can see the difference between her then and her now, right? And that's why I give props to my sister every time I see her. And I'm always proud of my sister because that is somebody who is very hardworking, that has been so close to me, right? That's took that risk, right? And I think it's just the family I came in. Even my father, going from one job that you know he could just kept working in and this and that, but it wasn't his craft, it wasn't his love, so he took a different route. He left for like a month and was studying something different to get into a new job field, and he ended up doing that, bro. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I've come from is coming from risk takers, people that are willing to do what they need to do to change their lives. And I think that's why I am the way now, and it just shows in a different way. Going from where I went from, I could have easily just kept studying in college, got my associates, went into radiology or whatever. But that's not what I genuinely love to do. Like I worked in hospitals, I worked at Amazon, I worked at car washes. Like I worked those jobs when I realized that working a job wasn't for me, right? And when I realized that, that's when I also realized that being an entrepreneur was one of the best things that I could ever do for myself. And the only thing I have to do is just put in the work, constant hours, weeks in where I just don't do anything, right? And I think what a lot of people aren't going to understand about that is just that, like, you have to make that sacrifice in order to be successful in anything, right? Like, if you want to work like a regular job at McDonald's, I'm not bashing anybody that works at McDonald's, but look at you want to know why the pay is different there is because you go in, you do a little interview, you don't have to have any qualifications for that, right? You just do that and you get the job. Simple, right? But my biggest thing is I've always been a person that's wanted more for myself. I've always been a person that has believed in myself wholeheartedly, no matter what it was. I need to have belief in myself in order to get to that next level, bro. That's one of the biggest things a lot of people lack. It's just confidence. A lot of people lack the belief in themselves to do something great. A lot of people dream too small, right, bro? You need to be dreaming big in all aspects of life. And I always talk about this. I've talked about this in the last video, is that you need to be able to dream big, bro. And the reason why I say this is because if you go up to, let's say you have two different people, right? You have a regular person and you have a multimillionaire, right? If you go up to that regular person and you tell them, my goal is to be a millionaire within 2 years and this and that, right? They're going to look at you crazy and they're going to say, you're dreaming too big, right? But if you go up to the multimillionaire and tell them that your goal is to make $1 million in 2 years, they're going to look at you and laugh because they're going to say, your dreams are too small. And that's when things click. That's when you really realize that it's possible, right? That's when you realize that you need to dream bigger than what you thought was possible. The difference between that regular person and the multimillionaire is that the regular person always had that same mindset of thinking small, and that's where it got them, right? The person that's a multimillionaire was thinking about the big goals, and that's what got them to be a multimillionaire because they were thinking bigger than what other people were telling them to. They were thinking bigger than what they thought they could do, that they thought they could achieve, right? And that's what's got them to that next level of success. And I think that's what's going to get me to that next level of success within these years that I'm just continuing to grow as an entrepreneur, as a day trader, as a content creator. It's just one, putting in that hard work every single day, and two, dreaming big, bro. Like I never sell myself short. I dream big all the time. I talk about things that aren't possible to make them soon possible, right? And that's what's going to get me to that next level of success, bro. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day, bro. I think one of the biggest things is, bro, start being more positive. When people ask you how your day is, don't say, I'm doing all right, I'm living, right? Like I'm pushing through the day. Go with a smile, be like, I'm having a great day, I'm blessed, highly favored, I'm doing amazing, right? and just see how that carries you on throughout that day, right? And see how that gets you, bro. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I hope you make the most out of 2025, bro. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials at Kai Speaks 05. And if you're interested in my day trading journey, follow me at Kai Academy 05, where I post all my trades on TikTok, and I post weekly on TikTok. I post every single day on Instagram, bro. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I hope you make the most out of 2025. Peace.